Now, Mr. Aker.
Thank you, Chair. It's all motherhood and apple pie, isn't it? But it doesn't address the pull factors that would take people to the European Union. This is a crisis that starts at the Mediterranean, goes all the way to the anarchy at Calais, and we have a migration crisis in the United Kingdom, 325,000 net migrants coming into the UK every year, is putting pressure on schools, primary schools in particular, is putting pressures on the medical services, and enough is enough. I mean, we are reaping the calamity of 10 to 15 years of foreign policy failures. Bombing the Middle East and trying to export democracy through the barrel of a gun was never going to work. And now we have left failed states in our path. And that's why we've got this crisis here. But people can come here because the EU is not addressing the pull factors. And the first one is the freedom of movement. If people can come here, they can take advantage of Schengen, and that entitles them to come across most EU states, which is why at Calais we have the scene of illegal migrants putting themselves in harm's way, clambering onto Eurotunnel, Eurostar trains, and attempting to come to the United Kingdom. It would be a word of advice to take a lesson from Australia on dealing with migrant boat passages, and that Australia takes a zero-tolerance approach to it. They turn the boats away, and that has stopped the pull factor of these boats and people putting themselves in harm's way going to Australia. So perhaps rather than trying to sort and implement a cross-EU immigration plan, one would look to actually put your foot down and say, enough's enough, we are not going to have a free-for-all, we're going to actually turn the boats away. But there are other pull factors, particularly with my member state, with regards to EU migration, which has been a debate in the UK going on for the past few years when finally immigration became accepted for public debate. On legal migration, one of the biggest pull factors in the UK is our benefit system. The current government put into place plans where only after 3 months and only earning £155 a week, EU migrants would be eligible for in-work benefits. Now, under our existing benefit system, a single parent EU migrant living in Thurrock with 2 children, working just 16 hours a week and earning £155 for the previous 3 months, becomes entitled to £116.84 child tax credit, £62.82 working tax credit, £144 housing benefit and £34.40 in child benefit. That takes their weekly income to £513.05. And of that £513, just £155 is actual earned income. On an annual scale, that takes the actual earned income to £8,000 and the benefits income to £12,000. Now that puts an intolerable strain on the British taxpayer and the British Exchequer, and under EU rules we cannot say that you have to be living and working in the United Kingdom for a period of 5 years before you are eligible for these benefits. But this opinion, I may photocopy it and pass it around to my constituents because it talks of more Europe, and we're told time and time again from David Cameron and the Conservatives to trust them, that they'll get a good deal, that they'll be able to bring powers back to the United Kingdom. But this opinion says there's no chance of reforming freedom of movement rules across the European Union. There's no chance of Britain taking back and reclaiming our borders, and therefore there is no chance of Britain remaining in the EU when our referendum comes, because this is the issue that will determine Britain's future in this union.